Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. Guys, I've got some very big news to share with you all. Actually, some breaking news. Cathie Wood's Ark Invest has just filed for a Bitcoin ETF. This is huge. Cathie Wood is a heavy hitter and now they're entering into the game, guys. And there's about 12 different Bitcoin ETFs that are now battling for approval from the SEC. So I'm going to break all of that down. And we have Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas, who is looking to have his bank be the first to adopt Bitcoin in Mexico. This is very big. And we have a Bitcoin miner that is going to be putting a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Also, Iran has just given crypto mining licenses to about over 10 different crypto miners. This is very bullish and it speaks to the migration of crypto mining away from China. And they're going to Kazakhstan, they're going to Iran, they're going to the United States. Very big update. Coinbase has gotten approval to provide custody in Germany. We also have some statistics coming out of India that crypto adoption is on the rise. Guys, it's all bullish news. I'm going to break it down for you. Before we get into it, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, be sure to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, link in the description. It helps support the channel, and once again, it's free. Also, this video is sponsored by OKCoin, which is one of the best crypto exchanges out there. They have the lowest fees around. You can buy any crypto that you like: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, HBAR, Chainlink, Algorand, and more. So be sure to check out, link in the description. So guys, the market, things are still in that correction consolidation phase. And, as I stated in the videos over the past couple of weeks, we could be here for another month, right? No significant price action, just moving sideways. Bitcoin bouncing above and below 30,000. So just be prepared for that. And this is why I'm sharing this. And you got to zoom out and look at things macro level. From this respective chart from Econometrics, they're looking at, after their last halving, 411 days, we're at $32,975. And there's still another leg up in this bull market. I think we're going to, move sideways, build some momentum, and then we'll probably hear of some bullish news that's going to trigger the market to go higher. That's what I personally believe. And if you look at the following chart here of the Bitcoin yearly candles, and you look at the 4-year cycles, you see the 3 green candles, then you have a red with the correction into the bear market, then you have another 3, and here we're on our 3rd, and usually the 3rd green candle in a halving cycle, it is the largest, right, where you see the new all-time high. So we've still got some ways to go, guys, and I hope many of you see this. You're zooming out, you're looking at it macro level. Now, here's the big news. Cathie Wood's Ark Invest enters Bitcoin ETF race. The firm has tapped 21 shares in the quest to get a Bitcoin ETF over the finish line with US regulators. So 21 shares is the company they're going to be leveraging. According to the SEC filings, the noted tech investor is applying to create the Ark 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. The vehicle could tap 21 shares expertise in spinning up crypto ETFs, mostly in Europe. Ark joins the swelling ranks of companies, hoping this will be the year the SEC approves a Bitcoin ETF. The SEC has swatted down dozens of Bitcoin ETF proposals in the recent years. Wood joined the board of Amun Holdings, the parent company of 21 shares, in May. Guys, this is very big because when you have these heavy hitters coming into the market and filing for their Bitcoin ETF, it puts pressure on the government, the SEC, and because they have existing infrastructure and they've gotten ETFs approved in other asset classes and other markets, it makes it easier for them to obviously have a foot in the door to get one approved because they come with, kind of a resume and what has been their track record. So this is very bullish. We'll see who gets approved. I think the SEC is going to approve more than one. I don't think they're just going to approve one, right? And that's why I think everybody's throwing their hat in the ring now, even though the SEC has been dragging their feet. And I do think, as I've been saying in my previous videos, the cleaning up of the market is happening around Bitcoin especially. For example, we talked about Binance and their respective derivatives products. They're not getting banned outright, but their derivatives products are getting halted because that could be seen as something that's not regulated and could manipulate the price of Bitcoin and the market, right? Also, the diversification of the Bitcoin mining, the migration of miners from from China into different countries, showing more of a decentralized spread of the hash power, guys. So, or the hash rate, I should say. So this is very bullish, and we know Cathie Wood's track record, right? She is a smart lady, and obviously has made a lot of investments around Bitcoin and other assets as well. So, this is among about 12 different ETFs that are in line with the SEC, and I think with Congress making moves, I think it's going to put pressure on the SEC. And I know Gary Gensler, who heads up the SEC now, he gets it. And we'll see what happens and when this happens. But I think, guys, as soon as they approve one, oh my gosh, buckle in, because it's going to send the market going just parabolic, right? And maybe that is the catalyst that we are going to see that happens next, right? Maybe it's not, okay, Facebook or Apple putting Bitcoin in their balance sheet, or maybe it's that plus the ETF, which will take us, I think, beyond $100,000 for Bitcoin. And of course, the altcoins will follow with new all-time highs. Now, check this out. One thing I love about crypto, it is global, it is borderless, and that presents so much capital that could come into this market. So Billionaire Salinas says he's working for his bank to be the first in Mexico to take Bitcoin. He said fiat is fraud, the billionaire said in a recent video. So this is Ricardo Salinas Pliego, and he's, of course, very bullish on Bitcoin. He's bought Bitcoin a long time ago, I believe. Max Kaiser tweeted that he told him about it. Well, he replied to Michael Saylor's tweet, and here's what he said. Sure, I recommend the use of Bitcoin. Me and my bank are working to be the first bank in Mexico to accept Bitcoin. If you need more details or information, follow me on my Twitter account. So definitely follow him, guys. And it is amazing to see these different billionaires fully capitulating, and they're now openly talking about Bitcoin and what's ahead. And like I said, keep your eyes on Latin America. Since that El Salvador news, I think we're going to see a lot of other countries jump into this boat, and we're going to see a lot of adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The future is so bright, and it's amazing to see these things happen now. Now, Bitcoin miner Hut 8 adds over 500 Bitcoin to balance sheet in 3 months. The Toronto-based firm said it expects the figure of 3,806 to grow to around 5,000 by year's end. This is very interesting. So, at first, the concept of mining companies adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet, it's almost like, aren't you guys mining the Bitcoin? But I get it. They're using it as a hedge, just like Tesla and MicroStrategy. And even in my interview with Marathon Digital Holdings CEO Fred Thiel, he said the same thing. The Bitcoin they're mining, they're holding, and they're adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet as well. So very interesting. So in a corporate update published Monday, the Toronto-based firm said it expects the figure to grow to around 5,000 by the end of the year. Here's a quote. We now have 1.2 exahash in production, and ongoing installation of new equipment puts us on a near-term trajectory to produce an additional 2 to 3 Bitcoin per day by the end of August, on top of our current production rate of 6.2 to 7.3 Bitcoin per day, CEO Jamie Leverton said. In its first quarter results, Hut 8 reported holding 3,271 as of March 31st. Monday's report represents an increase of 535 Bitcoin in less than 3 months. Miners accumulating coins can be seen as a bullish sign for the market, as it points to them holding coins in anticipation of a price rally. Absolutely. So definitely bullish news. And they understand, and they also know too, guys, their demand is going to rise, and if they stockpile their Bitcoin and accumulate as much as possible, as miners, they can then sell it to institutions and through OTC desks and so forth, right? Which puts them in a great spot, and obviously at higher prices. So smart move on their part. right? Kind of double dipping. They're going to buy it, or I should say, mine the Bitcoin, put some of that on their balance sheet. They can also go out and buy it at these cheap prices, right? In the plan of reselling it to institutions and even retail investors eventually. Now, guys, check this out. Iran's Ministry of Industry issues 30 licenses to crypto mining farms. Tehran's province, which houses the country's capital and center of political power, has received only one license. So you're seeing globally a move to approve crypto mining and Bitcoin mining specifically. And like we've been talking about, in the United States, the US is allowing Bitcoin miners to move from China and set up shop. They're shipping mining equipment to Maryland, Texas. There's multiple mining farms being set up. The world's largest, in fact, is being built in Texas, guys. And obviously, like I said, my interview with Marathon Digital Holdings, they're setting up shop in different states. It is happening. And I think it's time. I think Bitcoin is part of the plan for this new asset class. I'm not saying Bitcoin is the best, because I know some people get triggered like, dude, what are you talking about? Bitcoin is trash. It's like, really? How can you walk around saying Bitcoin is trash and you have all this adoption happening, right? I'm not saying it's the best for payments, but as a use case of digital gold, when you look at the monetary policy of governments, if you don't understand that, you don't understand how gold and precious metals have worked, and you don't understand inflation, right? That's simple. Or you choose to ignore those facts. You have to be fact-driven. Take your emotions out of this and throw the tribalism to the side. For example, I hold XRP. I believe XRP is a vastly superior technology to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's use case is different. Bitcoin is not being used to move money cross-border at rapid pace, at cheap costs, and to be a bridge asset. It is being used as a hedge. And if you don't understand, once again, what a hedge is, like gold has been traditionally, then you don't understand inflation or monetary policy. And I recommend you go read up on that. So, in spite of a blanket ban resulting from power shortages caused by lack of rain, Iran's Ministry of Industry, Mine and Trade has exempted a number of crypto mining farms across the country. According to a report by the Financial Tribune on Wednesday, the ministry has granted permission for 30 crypto mining farms to operate after issuing licenses. 6 licenses have been doled out in Semnan province, while the province of Alborz, which sits outside the country's capital, received 4. Also receiving 4 licenses were the provinces of Mazandaran, if I'm saying that right, East Azerbaijan, and Zanjan. Oh God, I apologize, guys. I'm butchering these names. But the takeaway here, a government that, previously was doing this and saying that, they're issuing the licenses. They're welcoming the crypto miners. And of course, guys, all the governments now see what is happening, and what El Salvador's move, even more of these different countries and governments are going to be jumping into the crypto market. Now, speaking of countries who have been negative, government of India, like I've said before, they are bipolar. One day they're for Bitcoin, next day they're against it, and so on and so forth. However, there's a report that has come out and says Indian investments in crypto have exploded. Crypto investments in the country have surged to $40 billion from $200 million a year ago. Very bullish, and maybe this is why the government has been so back and forth, because they are losing control. People are opting out of the fiat. They're putting their money into crypto, and it's amazing. Here's a quote: "I'd rather put my money in crypto than gold," said entrepreneur Rishi Sood, who was cited in the report. "Crypto is more transparent than gold or property, and returns are more in a short period of time." I think, as we've been talking about, guys, a paradigm shift is taking place. The education is spreading. People are waking up. Now, check this out. For Coinbase receives crypto custody license from German regulator BaFin. The license will allow Coinbase to continue operating in Germany. Everybody's expanding, setting up shop, getting their licenses, their regulations to operate and have their stake in the ground. Whoever wants the largest share of the pie here, because there's a lot of money to be made, and we're still in the first innings. I would say, we are not in the fourth inning where this market has, hit a critical point where it's full mainstream and so forth. There's still a lot of people who have not entered. There's still a lot of capital that has not entered. So very bullish to see these companies continue to expand, and especially expand globally. Now, if you hold Tasos, this is bullish. I have Tasos in my portfolio. NFT-powered digital comic book lets fans decide heroes' fates and also their fashion choices. And let me give you the details here. It looks like this is Batman comics, and because it's going to be an NFT format, it's going to allow you to influence the storyline. So called Interpop, members of its creative team promise there will be similarly crucial decisions for fans to make its storylines as its lines of comics roll out this year. Interpop will start off by introducing a bunch of characters in its emergence universe, starting with the book called The Nine, issue number 0, of which will come out on July 17th. So like I said, the reason why this is significant, it shows NFT adoption, but it's running on Tasos. The NFTs are going to be on the Tasos blockchain, and that is important for the value and rise of the Tasos token, right? Network effect. So, and adoption. So I think we saw what it did for Ethereum. Ethereum has benefited so much from ICOs, now NFTs, and DeFi as well. So as these things continue to get adoption, we're going to see some significant price growth, right? Because the ecosystem is going to be built out, and folks are going to be issuing NFTs and tokenized assets on different blockchains. And I interviewed, I don't know if you guys remember, if I can pull it up here, a real estate company that was tokenizing real estate on the Tasos blockchain. Yeah, here it is, Vertalo. So a year ago, I interviewed the CEO of Vertalo. They were tokenizing $500 million in assets on the on the Tasos blockchain. So right there, guys, if you want to see that interview, I'll put it in the description. So be sure to check it out. But there's so much building happening, so much adoption. I currently hold Tasos. I stake it, so I'm earning my rewards. I don't know if you guys are, but if you are, leave a comment in the description. In the comment section. So, guys, what do you think about this news? I think this Cathie Wood news is huge, and I think when you have these big players throwing their hat in the ring, I think we're going to see one or more Bitcoin ETF approved this year. So leave your thoughts and comments below, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I will talk to you all later.